happens. You're going to hear me eating, because I have a sandwich in front of me. You can go ahead and leave your guesses in the comments below what you think this sandwich is. If you guess it correctly, you win a no prize. I'll pass one of those off from Stanley. I don't know if you guys want to take your guess of what the sandwich is or not.
It depends, because I'm just trying to think about if you had, like, good stuff for a sandwich in your house as it is, or if you actually tried to get up and go out.
I went shopping on Saturday or Sunday.
Okay. I'm gonna... BLT.
Got none of that right. I was gonna say you got one of those letters right, but you didn't.
We got the bread.
That's not what the B stands for in a BLT. I mean, why isn't it a BBLT?
I guess because the bread is a given.
Well, then we start getting into the whole debate about whether or not a hot dog is a sandwich or a taco is a sandwich.
It is a
Take that. Okay, maybe we'll have a debate. I am full-blown hot dog's a sandwich. You need to be the difference maker here. It's Mount Rushmore rules.
I think I'll take the populist positionist. I think the hot dog should be deported.
That's fine.
Have I won yet?
Clearly you've won.
Do I need hot dog by pussy as well? Do I need that before I win?
We can't have any unlicensed German things here or something, right? I like the debate that people... Oh, fuck, I just dropped something. Okay, yeah. I like the debate that people have. Yes, this is just snack talk right now. Where people say everything that's food is either soup, salad, or sandwich. You guys ever come across that?
Never, but I understand the concept, just hearing that.
And, like, the more that you dive into, like, the craziness of it, the more it makes sense. Because it's like soup, salad, or sandwich. Clearly, like a taco, a hot dog, that's a sandwich. If you had to stick to those three. Pizza? Okay, you can start to debate. Is pizza a sandwich because it's got bread? Well, is it folded over? No. Is a calzone a sandwich? Calzone's a sandwich, but then what's the other stuff? And, like, pasta, it's a salad. You take all the ingredients and you mix them together in, like, a bowl or something. And, like, I've seen full-on debates about people being like, let's talk about this idea, and, whether it's like, okay, chili is a soup, and, I clearly have a sandwich in front of me, and you're gonna bite it, but you'll hear that, obviously, if you hear crunching. Yeah, leave your comments about what you think my stupid sandwich is. That'll be part of our discussion.
Okay, let's... And in saying all of this, and the reason for the intro, well, it's very clear this is not... We don't get on here and talk about politics much. Did a couple weeks ago because Trump was on Taker's podcast. But this is an extension of our lives and our personalities. And even before the politics, and then everything happened on Tuesday night, none of that's been going great. Which is why, we weren't sure what this was going to be. But, in full transparency, I think we've been kind of pulling each other out of different ruts for the whole year, let alone the last week. And that is what this podcast is more than anything.
If there's one thing that when it comes to Smarkoutmoment that I can be at least a little bit proud of, it's certainly not the recognition, it's certainly not the complete lack of money it's certainly not the lack of progress, and even the like fun, let me explore my ideas element of it, since I don't get an opportunity to do that as much as I would hope to. If there's one thing that I actually am proud of, and that's the reason why we're even doing this episode right now, it's because I've had more messages or discussions with people over the however many years that we've been doing this, saying that this is a source of comfort for them. Whether that's like us, just like us being friends and like building friendships, and like before we got started to do this, I sent Drew an audio wishing him a happy birthday. Everybody wish a happy birthday to Drew. Or if it's people that have reached out, and I'm not going to say who has said what or something, because that's not my prerogative to mention what anybody said. But people that have reached out and said things like, hey, this podcast helped me through a really depressive episode, or you guys are like dependable friends for me to listen to every week or something. So sometimes it's very hard, and this is definitely one of those times, and I don't know if it's going to get any easier to like put aside our own stuff and be kind of entertaining. It's partially our responsibility to do that, because this is supposed to be ultimately an entertaining type of thing. You know, it's supposed to be half entertaining, half informative. I think we lean more towards the entertaining side of it. We're not like, let's break down the numbers of the ratings from AEW and NXT this week. We didn't even know who like did better or anything. I didn't even look at it.
NXT did better. I don't know by how much. I know they got these 600,000. Dynamite was somewhere in the 500,000s. That's about as much as I know.
I know I couldn't watch both at the same time, and I had to prioritize NXT because I was doing coverage. But it wasn't really a great episode.
I haven't watched it yet.
And I don't, nobody's ever said anything that I've read about the AEW episode being all that great, but then again, I didn't watch it, so I don't know. Was there anything on AEW this week that was like worth checking out?
So Powerhouse Hobbs came back.
Yes,
that's good. And he's babyface now. He had a match with Ricochet's take on the Don Callis family, and they got the win. So that's good news that he's back in the fold.
He's not a part of the Don Callis family at all anymore, right?
Yeah,
that was kind of their moment to break it up. Go ahead, go.
Yeah, the kind of story was that his contract lapsed in October with the Don Callis family, and so he was kind of like free to wrestle against them now, and so he's kind of joined up with like Ospreay and Ricochet and Mark Davis and that crew. So it's kind of the group's going up against the Don Callis family right now.
The Don Callis family Civil War. Can offset Civil War, right? We're going to be bloody guts.
Yeah. I thought for the second straight week, Adam Cole had a very underwhelming match, and I know it's early, but I've kind of lost faith in him probably ever returning back to what he used to be. I just think that his matches have devolved into a lot of kind of drama over actual in-ring stuff, and that's really compromising any kind of enjoyment out there. I'm really not looking forward to the match that he's going to have with MJF, because MJF also leans heavily into the melodrama when he has the opportunity to do so.
Not that Roman wouldn't in this case, but you don't think they'll go for the three-way?
I'd be more entertained by that, because at least Roderick's stronger.
At this point, I want the three-way. So, for context, Tony, they basically addressed the whole race to 3 wins and said that if they both get 3 wins, then it's a three-way at Full Gear.
In order to get to that point, MJF's big roadblock for Adam Cole to get the final victory is that he's got to face Takeshita next week on Dynamite. Takeshi already take the pin on against Ricochet in that tag team match, so I'd be surprised if they had Takeshi to lose again. But necessarily it doesn't mean that him losing Takeshi means that he doesn't get the match at Full Gear, because there's still a couple of weeks before that, so he could lose that match and then win another match that MJF didn't specify.
Yeah, did they say
because MJF didn't specify it's free. I think that they've started the kind of where there's the first 3 wins gets the match with MJF. So if Roderick Strong got 3 wins before Adam Cole, then he would, even if Adam Cole got 3 wins, he would still be already got there first. So I think they might try something where like they have Takeshi to beat Adam Cole, and it feels like it's all over, and then MJF arranges something that Roderick Strong fails to win a match on Collision or something, and so he's stuck on 2, and so they decide, well, the only way we're going to prove this is we both face each other, and whoever wins gets MJF.
See, but
But again, that's still the route they might go down.
But I feel like
Everything Adam Cole's done since he came out his life, so it doesn't really surprise me.
okay, like it's it, and yeah, I'm obviously gonna go to bat for Adam Cole here, but like it's been 2 matches, and I saw a take from Stephanie Chase on Twitter on Malachi Black that was scathing, but also, hey man, if the shoe fits. That was at least third.
I don't blame that either. So yeah.
Yeah, no, like that was only his 3rd match apparently, singles match in the fucking company, or like on Dynamite.
No, I can't. Not in a while, because he was having a fair number of singles matches when he was in the feud with Cody and stuff like that. I think it's like the last a couple of years or so. He's only had 3 single matches.
It's just like, what is the deal there? And then you talk about melodrama. That ending was like, wait, is he leaving? And then he got upset because people thought he was leaving. And it's like, you made a big hurrah when you lost the match.
Yeah, you lost the match. You had Adam Cole kick out your finisher, and very, very barely did anyone kick out like the Black Mass or whatever it's called now. I can't remember. But and then they hugged Adam Cole, showed respect to him. Adam Cole called him like a great guy on the way out. It's like, oh yeah, this is obviously Malachi Black leaving, and so he goes on to he's just saying, oh, I'm not leaving. It's like, well, and don't blame the fans for shooting you leaving by doing all the traits of somebody who's about to leave the company. So and also
say something of like,
yeah, like he was yeah, but he was doing it sarcastically, like, oh man, I'm gonna miss Malachi Black, since I heard he's never ever gonna wrestle again, and I'm gonna join a traveling circus and get 2 cats to reenact Ricochet and Malachi Black in the ring because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm so sick. Like, it was just it's a whole thing, like it's a whole circle jerk of like, fuck the internet. And look, I get it, I do, I understand that, but as a fan who just wants to, read into things amongst other fans, and 2, as somebody who sometimes has to write articles on these things, can you not shit on people when you're clearly trying to bait them?
And I can see myself doing something similar in that position if I were them. About just like, oh my god, everybody reports fake stuff and mess around with them.
Yeah, but I also think that you're gonna go out of your way to do a performance that makes it seem like, hey, I'm gonna leave just to bait people, and then go, I'm so mad they took the bait. Like,
I did see a clip of the
also
Malachi Black thing, and I was like, well, I don't know exactly why people are going full blown that he's leaving, but I can see why they would think that has the similar tone.
I also don't think the rumors surrounding Malachi Black are false either. I think he just wants people to think they're false. He makes a big show about it. That he refuses to job to people, and that he wants to leave. I think both of those things. I'll just say I think both of those things are true, and he just uses the fact that he's still there and that he occasionally loses a match to kind of justify the fact that that's not true. Like, Kevin Nash sometimes lost matches to Rey Mysterio. It doesn't mean that he didn't just bury me away going in WCW, It's like, that's what people do. But Hulk Hogan always hung his hat on the fact that, like, he lost to Billy Kidman that one time. Like, okay, so you lose one match every 5-10 years or so, and so you're not, like, holding the entire roster down.
I mean, I could see a lot of reasons why he would want to leave, and I could see a lot of reasons why it's not even worth it. Like, if he wants to be in the same company as his wife, that's a huge difference in, like, scheduling and stuff and all. But I don't think he's going to be in a higher spot in...
Hello, Moto.
I'm going to start recording.
WWE than he is in WWE right now, so it's not like I'm going to go back there and immediately win a title. Like, it's a United States title or something. Like, I think he'd be in a pretty good spot. And
That's not the reason, though. But the reason is that, like, he wants to be at the bigger company, and like, losing people at the bigger company doesn't mean as much as losing people in AEW.
yeah, I mean,
So
totally can see
So that's like that same rationale that Rusev had, that Paul Miro, the same rationale that Andrade had for a long time. It's like they just see WWE, and rightly or wrongly, they see WWE as like, that's just the end game right there. So what I'm doing now is just biding my time until I can go back there. But I can't lose that many matches before I get there, because then I'll become in a low position and they won't want to take me back. So yeah, I think that's always been Malakai's mindset. So I don't think that you willingly keep a guy that can be as good as Malakai Black out of the ring in a singles match without any reason. Like, there must be some mitigating factor to it.
Yeah, I just think
the idea of, like, that his contract is supposed to be up potentially at the end of this year or the beginning of next year, or multiple years from now, that's another element of this that's kind of like, all right, well, then what are we supposed to believe, when it comes to that, too? Like, even if he is clear to leave sometime soon, it doesn't mean he's going to want to. And even if he wants to, it doesn't mean that he's necessarily able to. So there are two different avenues. He either stays or he leaves, and we're not going to know where that goes until the hammer drops.
or that somebody was covering your bases.
Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. Even when you think that something's an absolute certainty, clearly doesn't necessarily mean it is. We had a question in the chat from a guy with Rob, have you heard of a person called Lady Spark?
I will not get into it. I'm not getting into that on this podcast. Nope. Not even a little.
If that is.
Do I do it? Well, you don't, right? Callum, have you heard of Millennial Smart?
No, why would I?
Okay, then we're going to leave it right there.
I'm just imagining it. I imagine it is someone who's just like chronically online wrestling fan. Yeah, like some sort of chronically online wrestling fan.
I see Millennial Smart channel deleted a year ago.
Yeah, and he, if I start talking, then we're going to do it. But yes, I do know who that is, Guy123. I knew who he was before he was on YouTube, too. And I'll leave it there.
Ashley in the chat, what's up, guys? Just finished the midterm, and thank God it's my week off.
Hello, Moto. Hello, Moto.
What was the midterm for where you did a really good job? Thank you for being in the chat the other day, Ash, by the way.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit ago about the Roderick Strong and Adam Cole thing.
I don't know. Do we have to go back to it?
There's this one idea. I would like to. I don't really hard to be. Again, let's just be transparent here. It's hard to be into anything right now for a lot of different reasons. For me, like I haven't watched a single TikTok video or anything. I've watched a full season of I Think You Should Leave, and didn't laugh a single time. And like like that's the way like my mindset is right now. Many people are not. We'll see where the chips fall, but as much as I like, am not entertained by anything, and I don't want to watch SmackDown tonight at all. Ignore that element. I wasn't super into the Adam Cole and MJF feud prior to Saturday, but the thing that would be interesting to me would be if it is a triple threat, and if this leads to Adam Cole and Roderick Strong getting into something, and Strong basically is like, okay, I'm going to abandon Adam Cole now, and Cole has a feud with Roderick Strong after this, and it's Strong, Heyman, and Bennett against Cole, and he doesn't have any friends. And maybe they can do something with that. I don't know if that's the best idea, or if it's better to just go into like, okay, Adam Cole should just beat MJF and then we move on, or something. I still ultimately would rather see Adam Cole paired with Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly and whatever, but Bobby Fish isn't there, and he's never probably come back to that, and that's okay. Maybe it's just the three of them, and they're the undisputed trio or something. Statistics, and I'm not a statistics fan, actually. I took a